Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I take pictures of my agates. So, things that you'll need for taking pictures of agates. I'm using my dad's camera. He's nice enough to let me use this with his macro lens. So, some sort of camera with a macro lens. And then you'll need, let's see if we can just get this in the picture, a tripod with a little thing or whatever. So, and you'll need a tripod. Another thing you'll need some black background. Black's probably the best, or whatever background you want to take photos of your rocks, or really whatever you want to take macro shots of. And the next thing you'll need is a lamp. So, or any sort of lighting that you could rig up. I have got this nice lamp that has a very nice, I think the color of the bulb is actually like the exact color of the sun. So it's pretty good for taking pictures. It's just my desk lamp. It's even got my Dremel charger mounted on it. And yeah, so those are the supplies you will need. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're gonna get your black background and figure out what rock you want to take a picture of. So I just found this little tiny fragment of Fairburn, and I'm just gonna kind of give you a before and after right here. So as you can see, this is all that you can see with your eye. This is what it looks like. You can kind of see the Fairburn in there if you really look closely. But once we take a picture of this, it's going to look a lot different. So you're going to want that. And then you're going to want to take your lamp and kind of get it nicely situated so the whole rock has good lighting. And then I'm going to position this. Most of the time, your rock here will not be flat and even, which you'll have to adjust some things on your camera if you want to get a good shot. So you usually want to prop it up a little bit so it's a nice flat surface. And you're also going to want to take your f-stop up on your camera so you get more detail. And what your f-stop does is, if you've ever focused through a camera, you can see it'll focus on one part and then it'll start focusing on a different part after that that's further away. So what it does is essentially when you take a picture, it kind of it does it a different way, but essentially what it's doing is it's focusing out and back in really quick, so you get more depth in your macro shots. So you're going to want that pretty high, and then you're going to want a longer shutter speed, because when it does that, it doesn't let as much light in. So you want your shutter speed longer so that you get more light in. And your shutter is what captures the image, and when that stays there for a long period of time, it absorbs more light, you could say, and then the image looks brighter. And then you want your ISO really far down, just so the picture looks better. So I'm going to go ahead and focus this to where I think, and then I'm going to take the photo. Okay, so the next thing that you'll want to do is you want to edit your photo, of course. I like editing on my iPad. I'm sure most of you, if you're editing photos, probably do it on a computer or something like that, and I know there's a lot better software for doing it on the computer, but I like doing it on my iPad. So, luckily for me, this camera has a micro USB port. Here, see if you can see this right there on the side. And we've kind of rigged up this little thing. So this is a cord that you can buy from Apple. It is just a lightning cord to a USB in. And then I've got this just standard USB to micro USB cord that I will just plug straight into the camera. And then I'll plug this right into my iPad like this. And then as you can see, if you're in the Photos app, the screen will pop up white and it will start showing all of the photos that you want. Okay, so as you can see here, all the photos pulled up. So here's our past photos that I took in. So there's the one photo that I took. So I'm just going to select it, import selected. And that should just take a second or so here. Keep. And now we're ready to edit. Okay, now we're on my iPad here, and I'm going to show you the process that I go through to edit my photos. So here's the photo we have in Photos. So this is quite a high resolution photo file. So if you can see, if I zoom in, it's quite blurry. So Photos will actually not look at the full resolution. So the only app that I could find that would do it is this Photoshop Express. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one and open the original format of the photo. I gotta wait here. So this is a pretty big file. And then I'm going to crop it like this, like so. Probably like that. Probably. There we go. And then going to go to adjusting. So clarity. Take that about right there. Don't want to sharpen yet, but I do want to put as much reduced noise on this as I can. That process. There we go. So as you can see, it's looking quite a bit sharper than it did in Photos already. And then we're going to sharpen this up a little bit. Bring it down a little bit there. I like to bring contrast up a little bit. Bring your exposure down. And shadows probably a little bit up. Let it load. A little more vibrant. And then I'm going to export this to camera roll. So here is the picture of the agate now that it is edited. And right now I'll show you a little scene of the agate before, what it looked like on the video. As you can see, this is all that you can see with your eye. Now look at this, how detailed we can look at these little tiny spots of agate here. And this is something that you can just, you know, barely see with your eye. Now we've got this very nice clear resolution. And this is, you see here, this is the photo before
And as you can see, iPhoto will not actually let you load the full resolution. That's why I cropped it, so it took down the resolution quite a bit. So now this will load it in full resolution. So yeah, that's how I take and edit photos of agates.